Hey everybody, welcome back. Thanks for joining me once again in Unreal Engine 5. Today we're continuing our journey into the music and sound effects world. I am using a program called Reason. It's a paid program, but it's one I'm familiar with from years ago. So I was messing around with some other free stuff, and I thought, I'm just going to dive back into Reason. And I made a track that I want to use. It's just something to start with. I'm definitely going to be working on different tracks, but I got something that I wanted to split into layers, and then I have an idea that I want to use in Unreal Engine. So let me show you what the song sounds like first of all. I have that track soloed. So there's 3 layers that I want to use. There's this pluck layer, or pluck sound, that I'm going to use as a kind of a bass. And then there's a flute layer that I'm going to use to help the player find where the follower ball is. It's going to get louder as the player gets closer to it. And then we'll have the drum kick, the drum kit kick in when they actually find the follower ball. Right, so I exported 3 separate versions of this with the elements isolated. What I didn't do, and I'm going to do now, I'm going to mute all the layers and export it one more time because I want a completely silent version. Try to keep everything the same. I'm using 48 kilohertz, 16-bit. There we go. So now I'm going to close Reason. And I have Unreal open already in the background. So I've got, see here, a constant layer. Let's see if I just hit this. You should be able to hear the plucking layer. And this is the flute layer. It takes a bar or two to kick in. There. And then this is the drum layer. So what I can do is just control the layers with this volume knob. So I'm hoping this is a proof of concept that as the player gets closer to the ball, you have an experience like this. It gets louder and louder. And then, oh, you found the ball. And then we'll fade in the drums. Some mixing is required though, I think. As a final mix, this is pretty quiet. We could add another gain stage over here. Let's do that. Is there a node called gain? Okay, that's fine. We can just multiply it by a float. And I'll promote this and just call it master gain. And we'll do that. And we'll do it again for this one. And just use the same. Okay, and the range we'll set from 0 to say 3. Save it and hit play. It's a little better. You can see our meter over on the side. We're nowhere close to hitting the peak there. And then the submix here I think is okay. Okay, I think that's a good mix. Just for now, anyway. I'll leave that alone. So what I want to do before I forget as well is I have this really nice and tidy music system that I don't want to mess up yet. Like I'm tempted to take it apart because I'm building this new one. But when I start the game, it's going to start playing music already. Automatically, I mean. And so what I want to do is just add in that silent song, the silent version. I just made it, so let me grab it, pull it into my folder with my Reason tracks, and then I'll double click it, make sure loop is ticked, save it, close it. And then I'll drag it in to the array and then pull this to be the first song that plays. So just to demonstrate what I have so far, what I have currently, I mean, is this ambient music playing. And there's a song playing, but it's silent. So if I change the music and put it back there. So it's a temporary little fix. I also put in sound effects for this here. It's not too bad. Okay, so that's what we have to work with. And I'm going to see if I can get the layered music approach to work. Alright, so let's look at this Metasound that I'm working on. We have to make a input. We're going to call it, so I'm using Google's Gemini to help me figure out how to do this. So I'm going to make a variable, and we have to figure out the distance between the player and the follower ball. So we're going to call it player distance. And it'll be a float, which it is already. And we're going to have to map it or use a curve. I've never used a curve before, but yeah, so I'll just use a remap for now. We'll pull it out here. Map the range, I guess, as a float. Yeah, and then we'll hook that up to the volume over here. Maybe I'll just pull it over here. So in range from 0 to, this will be the distance once we calculate it in the blueprint. We're going to send the information to this input. So I don't know, the distance units, I guess, are centimeters or something, right? Let's just put 1,000 in for now. So this will be I'll begin to hear the music, the flute layer, once I'm at least 1,000 units away. And then we're going to map the volume from 0 to 1 based on our distance from 0 to 1,000. Okay, that seems like something. Let's try to use this instead of this one. Right, so instead of that, we're using this. So we'll figure out how to mess with this in a blueprint later. Right now, we're also going to do the drums. We want a Boolean because once I trigger the follower ball to start following me, I want it to trigger the drums. So we're going to use a Boolean over here. Input, I guess, yeah. Is following. Pull it out over here. And then a trigger of some kind. Trigger on bool. All right, so, large language models kind of lead you astray. So I was trying to follow its instructions, but it suggests to use nodes that don't exist. So here we are. I think I have something. We have the input. We have this trigger that's just going to go whenever the Boolean changes. Doesn't matter if it's true or false, which is fine. Seems like a cheap solution. We're probably going to be using this, but let's see. Now it suggests using a trigger repeat, so I know that exists. Use it all the time. And then what? And then, of course, it wants me to use a lerp from an A to B, which does not exist in Metasounds. So, I don't know. This seems like it might be useful, but I don't know how to trigger it. There's no trigger on it. So, let's get rid of that. I think we won't be using this. It suggests another way, using an envelope. That could be cool. Let's see. Okay, let's add an attack decay envelope with the float version, because then we can output to the volume of the drums here. Yeah, this is probably going to be really cool. I think I can imagine this working. But we don't want it to decay. Let me think. So they're suggesting we put a decay time of 0. And this attack time is our fade in time. So let's put it as like 2 seconds, I guess. Save that. The out envelope will be our gain. Save that again. I don't know. I feel like that this simple setup should work, but we'll find out. So let's see if this works. We're going to, I think this one might be a little trickier. So I'm going to start with this Boolean one and open up my follower ball. It should be in here. Interactables, follower. Right, so in this version, we'll have the music playing from the follower ball. I guess the follower ball is going to own the music for the level, because I'm triggering stuff from there. I wonder if it should be on the player ball or the follower. I think the follower ball makes more sense. So let's add a audio component. I'll just call it follower music. Compile, save, and then I'm probably gonna have to pull it out, so let's do that. And I can access different things from here, right? How does that work? I think step 1 is assigning our I'm not sure what I was doing before, but I've got it selected now. Let's see if this works. Drag it over. Of course it works. Okay. It's probably an auto activate. It's already allow spatialization. Well, even with this, if we hit play, we should hear the plucked, I think. Yeah, perfect. And nothing else is set up though. So we'll never hear the flute or the drums. Cool. Okay, that works. Now let's try the drums. Back to my follower ball. Close you, I'll close you. Now, let me see. Alright, there is this one here we can do, set parameter. And I know it's a Boolean parameter, so we could try that. Hold on. Okay, there we go. Set Boolean parameter. I'm going to put it to true. We have to make sure we use the right parameter name is following. So I'll just copy paste so I can't screw it up. And we're going to do this just to see if it works. Not going to go crazy. But I expect the drums to fade in based on this envelope when we trigger the follower ball. So let's try. I know where it is, it's right here. Okay, cool. It worked, but you saw it just played for like 2.5 seconds and then turned off again. So this envelope is, we need to figure it out. Looping, huh? Huh, cool. I wonder if we set like -1. Maybe that's like some hidden code for like never. No. Okay, back to the ChatGPT. So I'm going to try this little mess up here. We have a Boolean to float node, which triggers it from 0 to 1, and then this is the target 1, and I'm going to interpolate it over 2 seconds. So hopefully we get a 2-second fade in from 0 to 1 that just sustains itself, unlike what this is doing. So I've unplugged this for now. See if this works. Let's go get those drums. Come on. Cool. Cool. That worked really well. I'm gonna see what happens when I change levels. Yeah, it destroyed the follower ball, so it destroyed the music. Okay, new level. Music starts again. I like that. It's fine. Where's the ball? And this one is it over here? I don't think so. It's over here. Alright, it's working really well. I like it. So it automatically takes care of itself, in a sense, by restarting at a new level. I like that. Now we'll just delete this part here. This is our official working, these are our official working nodes. Let's comment this out, say found controls. Follower found trigger. Now, and we can do this and the gain finding as well. Hopefully we figure this out, and then we've got a working system that we can tweak and polish and make more songs, more layered songs to use it in. So we need to find out how to calculate the player distance from the follower ball, and maybe ideally from the follower ball's perspective, because it owns the audio component. So let me pause and think about it. Alright, good news. I'm on my follower ball blueprint here. This is where we added the drum kick in there. And it turns out I'm already calculating the distance to the player. I forgot. I'm doing it every tick. And once the is following thing here is triggered to be true, then I'm starting to add a force. And it's based on this calculation here. So I can use these two. This pin here is the distance. Actually, vector length might be the one I want here. Yeah. If I promote that to a variable, where'd that go? Let's call this one player distance. Keep calling all my variables the same thing. Oh well, player distance. And we want to set it every tick, regardless of this being true or not. So I'm going to do that. I'm tempted to tidy this up a bit, but I don't think it's going to accomplish much. So let's just test it first, see if this works. I'm getting a player distance on my follower ball, and I can use that variable. Let me think. Right, we're going to be doing this on the tick. So let's go over here. Probably put it there. And the audio component, follower music, bring it down, and then we're going to get the set parameter thing again. It's a float parameter. And we could do that. Oops. Boom, boom, boom. And then the parameter we want to change from the follower music is the player distance. Back to here, put it in here. Now I just have to remember never to change the names of my variables. Okay, that should work. Because let's just review. It's going to send an input, a number to this input. And if it's between 0 and 1,000, it will output a range of volume between 0 and 1. And if it's outside of 1,000, I think it's just going to be... Oh, maybe I need to reverse these. I think. So let's see. Here we go. The flute kicks in a couple bars. I'm going to stay here, see if I'm close enough. Yeah, I think 1,000 units is too small. Just creeping up on it. Come on. Oh, you know what? 1,000 units isn't very much. Yeah, see? Cool. So I can hear the volume fluctuating quite a bit with the ball. Guys, we did it. We just have to tweak it. This is awesome. I can change... Let's change this quite a bit. 10,000. And it'll be full volume as long as we're within, say, 100 units. Let's start with 100 units. Try one more time. So the whole point of this is to kind of help the player find the ball. Make the music a little more dynamic. Ooh, I must be close, right? One thing I didn't do was spatialization. It's just volume, so pretty cool. And I don't hear any dramatic drops in the flute sound as we're going. I want to try just tweaking this a little bit more. Let's say 20,000. I'm going to try this one more time. You can hear it. Where is it coming from, I wonder? Okay, that's cool. Okay, we need to address that fade out. That would be part of the polish, I guess. Let's try another level here. Sounds like it might be over here. Got it. Boom. I'm really good at this game. Here we go again. Yeah, we might want to add spatialization too. We're wearing headphones. Although, it's a good point, not everybody's going to be wearing headphones when they play, so maybe the volume is good enough. I'm curious about this level, because this one is really hard to find the ball compared to the other ones. Except there's a clue, I'm kind of close to it right now. Where is it? I don't see it. Yeah, see, it's gone. Can't hear it anymore. This would get annoying, I mean, it's already probably pretty annoying. So I know where the ball is, I'm just gonna go for it. Ooh, I love it. Is it under here? What? Where? I don't see it. There it is. Got him. All right. Well, that is all for today. As a quick little summary, we made a 3-layered meta music sound source. We have 3 different layers playing at the same time, triggered at the same time. Only this top one is playing at normal volume, and then these other 2 are triggered by different things going on in the game. I hope you found this helpful, and if you had any questions at all, please leave them in the comments below. Leave a like and subscribe because it really helps. We'll see you next time, guys. Thanks a lot. Bye.